Round 2. Fight.
I uphold the law.
Robocop wins.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat 11 augment build video. And today I want to go over my ultimate defensive and unblockable tank Robocop build. And if you're wondering what I mean, just make sure to watch the entire video and I'll go over exactly what augments I use and how they exactly work together. But before we get into the video, all I want to do is ask you guys to hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these Mortal Kombat 11 augment builds. I post here every single day and it really does help me out with a like, share, and if you want to even do a 3 for 3, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It's completely free and you can always out whenever you want. And when you are subscribed and you recommend a video down in the comment section below, I am more likely to do your video. And when you have that bell notification on, you'll be able to see the video first and comment first. Thus, I'll be able to see your comment and make your video sooner. Other than that, let's go ahead and hop right into this augment build. So the very first augment I have equipped is a level 4 superpowered. So this gives me 2,000 more health. However, my movement speed is decreased by 80% and I cannot jump, which really isn't much of a problem for Robocop due to the fact that he is really just a zoner character and nothing other than really that. So not being able to move, not being able to jump really isn't that big of an issue. Next is a level 3 armor clad. So I start each match with 3 hits of rechargeable armor. And my rechargeable armor regenerates 1 hit every 10 seconds. This is insanely useful, especially when you're using a zoner character. If any type of, if they hit you with either a normal attack or either a zone attack, you won't be interrupted and you can just continue to fire. And actually, when you have armor, you are more likely to punish them and get those amazing crushing blows that everybody really likes. So armor clad, very, very helpful because it makes uninterrupted and that's part of the tank build. Next is a level 3 Breath of Life. So I'll touch on this briefly, but I'll really go over it later in the video. So what this does is it gives me 75 health for each time I perform a flawless block, which will be all of my blocks, and I'll make sure to go over it a little later. Next is Natural 20. So this makes all my Mighty, Vampiric, Confusion, Impression, Shock, Pull, Ignition, Chill, Slow, and Toxic effect always trigger. But I have no offensive gauge and no defensive gauge, which is actually the reason why we are using this. We're not using any effect, rather we're just having this equipped so it gets rid of our offensive and defensive gauges. And if you're wondering, XP, why the heck would you want to get rid of your offensive and defensive gauge? And this is the reason right here. So next we have running on empty. So my special attacks must be flawless blocked, aka all of his zoning attacks. And every single time I block, it will be a flawless block, no matter if I block 10 years before the projectile or anything actually hits me, it will always be flawless blocked. But those require both our gauges to be empty, and with natural 20, it will always be empty. So every single time I block, which will be every single time, I will be getting my health back, 75 health per hit. Yes, that is extremely powerful. Next is Elder God Armor. So this makes me immune to all the effects I stated before, which I'll go over again. Mighty, Vampiric, Confusion, Oppression, Shock, Pull, Ignition, Chill, Slow, and Toxic. If you're wondering what exactly these do, or what they are, if you've ever played any type of tower and you've ever been shocked, stunned, like your controls become super chaotic, you've been poisoned, right? That is, you cannot have that anymore, right? You cannot get pulled, you cannot be moved. Those effects do not trigger on you, right? But you can't trigger them, which we're not even trying to trigger them, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that is part of the tank. So a small little reverb is we get 2,000 more health, we get armor, which allows us to punish and take hits. We gain health on every single one of our blocks, and our attacks, which are all of our zoning attacks, are unblockable. So let's say you got hit quite a bit, you want to regain your health, simply just block, and you'll be able to take the hits. And Robocop is really good at also pushing the enemy back, so they'll try to zone you. And yeah, it's You'll outzone them because you are a literal tank. All right, so for the abilities, I use I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. Please do not be too brutal down in the comment section. All right, Shevel Trap or Chevel Trap. This basically makes a you shoot this little thing and it makes this little like nails, which will damage your opponent over time, which is kind of helpful. It's just able to get that little damage, like if you get them in a corner or anything like that, and it just does damage over time. Next is Flamethrower. So the real reason why I use this Flamethrower is to keep your enemy away from you. If they get close somehow and you use your Flamethrower, it actually will get them quite a bit away and will stun them for a short period amount of time, which you can hit them with your Cobra Cannon and basically get them away, right? Next is Low Auto. So Low Auto is an amazing move for Robocop. It does replace your straight auto, however, which is also a mid, but you already have a Cobra Cannon for that, which is honestly way better than the normal fire anyways. So with Low Auto, you gain a low special attack move, which is a zoning move. And then, of course, you have your Cobra Cannon, which is a mid, and then your high fire shot, which is a high. So anywhere they go, it is completely unblockable, and you can zone them from anywhere. For my AI behavior, I use 2 rush down, 13 combos, 15 reversal, and 30 zoning. If you don't want to be in your opponent's face, you want to take a bit of a running away. However, I wouldn't recommend any runaway due to the fact that you are very, very slow and AIs are really, really dumb. So just don't have runaway on. That's the only thing. You can mess with these if you want. Just make sure you have 30 zoning and make sure you don't have a lot of rush down. All right. Other than that, let's go ahead and hop in the Towers of Time and show you exactly how this build works.
Just think of this as a game.
You're here to play.
I'm cashing you out.
Round 1. Fight!
You will not get away.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him! Robocop wins.
You are under
Flawless
arrest, dirtbag.
Your fate is sealed by a curse.
What do you mean?
Doomed is your soul, damned is your life.
Round 1. Fight!
You belong behind bars.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him! Robocop wins.
You are under arrest, dirtbag.
We Oshtek do not need police.
How do you enforce your laws?
They are written on all our hearts.
Round 1. Fight!
belong behind bars.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him. RoboCop wins.
You are under arrest,
Flawless
dirtbag.
victory.